Time to bring in Chad Wolf, former acting DHS secretary. Sir, how is it possible to say to a United States senator, no, you can't film that, and if you do film it, we want the tape, we want the pictures? How is that possible to say that to a senator of the United States?
Well, I think we're seeing a number of members of Congress trying to get photos of some of these facilities. And these are Border Patrol facilities that a lot of these minors and families are being held in. And we see that occurring because, why? Because DHS will not allow at the current moment press in there to provide photos. I think the American public and certainly the media has a desire to see what conditions are like in some of these facilities. And so if they would let press in there, and they can do that, right? So they have privacy concerns and there's certainly COVID concerns as well, but you can still set up a situation where you allow press in there where faces of minors or adults are not taken, but you can still get an idea of the conditions in that facility. But when that doesn't occur, you're going to have members of Congress doing that on their own because, again, we need to get images of these out. We need to tell the story of what's going on in these facilities.
President Trump is hinting possibly of going to the southern border himself. Soon, I think was the expression. What do you think about that? How would it look if President Trump went before President Biden and Vice President Harris?
Well, I think it tells you a little bit of the priorities. Certainly, the current president, President Biden, the vice president need to be down on that border, particularly Vice President Harris, who's now a part of trying to find a solution to the crisis on the border itself. So they certainly need to be down there. Any and every week that this continues to go on, I would say. As far as President Trump, former President Trump being down there, obviously the men and women of the Border Patrol and other law enforcement officers have always thought very highly of the president. So it doesn't surprise me that they have asked him and certainly hinted at him coming down there to talk about measures that he put in place during his presidency to secure that border. So it doesn't surprise me that they have asked him to come down there.
I think we're beating about the bush a little here. I want to put this whole thing into some real perspective. I remember in Europe, 2015, an army of migrants marched across Europe and demanded entry to Western Europe. The Germans let them in and forever changed Europe. I think that something similar is happening in America today. An army of Central Americans marching to our southern border, and the southern border is open, and our society will be changed dramatically forever when they come in. Am I going too far?
I don't believe you are. I think no doubt that we are witnessing a change here. When you have over 100,000 folks in the month of February, illegal apprehensions come across that border, and those are just the ones that Border Patrol are picking up again. We have to remember that's probably another 1,000 a day that they don't catch. In March, that number is likely going to be higher. It's going to be probably about 100 and 140,000 illegal apprehensions, and it's going to increase. So absolutely, these are individuals. A large portion of these are UACs and families, unaccompanied minors and families that are coming in and being released here in the U.S. There is some portion being turned back, but it's not a lot. It's not an overwhelming majority at this moment. So absolutely, what we saw back in 2019 when we had a crisis, but we put measures in place to address that issue. Today, this administration is not putting in measures to address the underlying issue of the illegal activity. They are treating this as a capacity issue, building more facilities and throwing more resources at this, and it's only going to encourage more and more of that illegal immigration that we see today.
Chad Wolf, thanks for putting everything into perspective. We appreciate it. Sir, come again soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.